So yeah, this movie is apparently, it sounds like it's going to be a drama. Because I don't think Clint Eastwood is going out on a comedy. Uh, um, let's see.
That'd be awesome if he did.
Yeah. Just
Super
pulls the Jack
madcap, just
Nicholson.
slipping on banana peels and shit. He's
Full
like,
blown
I'm gonna go
slapstick.
big.
Yeah, that'd be great. I see that you are bringing the beanie back.
Yeah, got a little beanie action going.
It lasted half the episode last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got insecure about it, but
Looks good.
this time I feel like I feel like I nailed the proportion of hair coming
to
out.
ear to-
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Might
Yeah,
start changing.
I'm about to get a haircut. I'm getting one tomorrow, so we're gonna say goodbye to my hair tomorrow. It's gonna be all short.
Oh man, and you shaved, it looked like too. A little bit.
Yeah. Cleaned it up. Just didn't like how dark it was, I guess. Always grew up being told whenever I had facial hair that it looked like dirt. So
That's ridiculous.
I
I thought the dark facial hair looked nice on you.
I'll take it. But I decided I'm not a facial hair guy. I'm realizing maybe not yet. Maybe in my 30s. Maybe I'll do it in my 30s.
Yeah, I still don't know how I feel about it really because I have like clearly blonde hair, but I feel like the older I get, and like as my beard hair keeps growing, it's
Yeah.
definitely more red. I look like a
Wow.
leprechaun.
Wow.
See, the last time I saw you guys, it's in San Francisco. Like that's when my it started like growing like
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely does get red. More and more I look at pictures of it, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's definitely some leprechaun bullshit right there.
Yeah, I think it's so funny how every time we do a session like this, we always have to comment on like how different each other looks because we only see each other in our sessions because we're states apart. So it's like every so often we're like, oh hey, you look different. It's like because we notice the changes because we always have a little space and time between.
Well, it's always like when we do like little changes too, like with like whenever like I cut my hair and like completely shave the beard off, you cut your
Yeah.
hair and completely shave it off. We look
Yeah.
like how we did when we were
Oh yeah.
youngins.
I'm gonna be looking like a youngin this weekend, so it's gonna be good. I figured I was gonna do that because it's gonna be hot outside. I was assuming, but my hair is just getting crazy. Like you can't even tell that I'm wearing the headphones. Like
That is
my
true.
hair just covers it all
very
up.
true.
It just looks like
If
my
it wasn't
hair.
for the wire right there, I would have
Yeah,
known.
yeah. I have like the big overhead headphones. And you can't even see them because my hair like blends in with it. But yeah, we're doing an episode now. We made it to episode 65.
Woohoo!
That's a solid number.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do the intro now. Welcome to History of Popcorn. Consider this your secret public movie club. We are a podcast that celebrates all things movies. We react to the latest industry news. We do movie reviews. And discuss just about everything movies. We try to have new episodes every week. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, or anywhere you listen to podcasts, as well as a visual episode on YouTube. Hello. We are your hosts. I'm Elijah.
I'm Justin.
And if you happen to hear any snaps, crackles, or pops, or see anything visually disturbing during this episode, it's because we do our sessions through Zoom. But we're happy you're here. Yeah. So this
You always
week,
nail the intro.
thanks. One day I'm going to be off book from it, but I still just read it right from the page.
I just want to like do like a history of intros with you. But I
It'd
just
be
want
so
to see
hard.
the
It'd be so hard
progression.
it'd be so hard to find those because I don't know. There's a period of time, like the first year and a half, I'd forget. So it'd just show up randomly. This week, Justin, we are talking about Clint Eastwood's last movie officially. I forgot he was still making movies. He's in his 90s now, and he's making one last one.
Oh Lord.
We're talking a little bit about Nicolas Cage. He has a project coming out, which was really interesting. And for your audio listeners, Justin has a Nicolas Cage shirt. Is that from something?
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Is that what he looked like? I don't remember him having a beard like that. Does he?
Well,
Oh,
when
he
I
does have a
bought-
beard, huh?
When I bought the movie, it came with the shirt.
Oh, nice. Wow. Okay.
That's the only reason why I bought it.
And we're talking about Christopher Robin from the series of Winnie the Pooh.
Mm.
something crazy is coming out of that because I think Winnie the Pooh is what is it? What do they call it again? The rights, just it's free. What is it
Oh,
called? Royalty free? No,
no, no, no,
that's
no,
music.
no. Uh-oh.
It reached like the 100-year mark, so like anyone can produce a Chris that can produce a Winnie the Pooh movie without having to go through like a big studio like Disney or something. So forgot what the
Once
word
we
is,
find out,
public
like
company.
once you're done, like we should put the free use. That's what it is. Free use.
Free use, yeah. So
Yeah.
people can make projects about that. Like there was a horror movie called Blood and Honey, which was about Winnie the Pooh killing people in the woods. So we're getting
But it was
another,
only like certain characters though. That's the
yeah.
weird thing about it.
Where so something's coming out of that. Something interesting like what made me go like, oh, okay. And then we're gonna be talking about three other projects that we'll get to. One of them is an SNL movie that I was interested in. Um, so let's get started with Clint Eastwood. What do you think about the legacy of Clint Eastwood so far?
I mean, like directing wise, uh pretty weird. I don't
I
know. I mean
actually I'm
like
not too familiar with his projects. The only one I'm really, really, really familiar with is Gran Torino. Really,
yeah. And see, Gran Torino is pretty good. Like that, I think that was like his solid last good good movie, excuse me. A
yeah,
good movie, like especially like him directing and starring in it.
yeah,
But yeah, he has a very, very weird like ups and downs, especially directing wise. Because he
yeah,
directed Jersey Boys, which was like a
yeah.
boring ass movie because it was just so bleak, but like the Broadway show was like
I
so
wonder
like
what drew him
out
to it.
there.
They're like,
Same.
they're like, Clint Eastwood, you want to do it? He's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do Jersey Boys.
I just know the last movie that he did, not the
Carmacho.
yeah, no, that one, but before that, the Mule. The Mule was like the one where people were like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, why are you still doing this?"
Yeah, they it seemed like that was going to be his last movie. That one had what? Like, who was in that one? Bradley Cooper or something? Who was in that one? No one. No one was in that one.
The Mule was no one. It
It
was
was
just
mainly just
him.
him. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
then just
last like big movie that he did that like made a lot of money, and it was like the last like Oscar, like he got a lot of Oscar nominations was American Soldier. I think it was, right? Was that what it was
American
called?
Sniper.
Sniper.
Bradley
Yeah, that was one
Cooper's.
with Bradley Cooper.
And then he did Sully. That he did that weird movie 1517 to Paris, which cast the real
Oh
Marines.
yeah, that's
He
right.
cast the real Marines in the movie, thinking it would bring a new sense of like intensity to the movie, but they all were just terrible in it.
Yeah.
And
It was like
they
just that
also,
one
yeah,
scene was supposed to be like really good. I never saw it. That's the
because
thing
it
about
was
Clint.
about, yeah, it
No,
was like a true story about, yeah,
yeah, but that's
Marines
the
in
thing
action.
about Clint Eastwood though is like his directing can be like all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
Like his movies can be like either really really good or just completely boring and lackluster.
Wow, he did a lot of movies. Yeah, he's done
Yeah, so many.
he's done 45 movies. This is his 46th, his last
Hmm.
one. They officially said it's his last one. Um,
It should be because honestly, like, hey, buddy,
yeah, it's
come
better to
on.
end on your own terms
Yeah,
rather than just be like, "Oh, I couldn't do anymore because I died." I don't want to put that out there,
yeah.
but he's 90 something. He's
I
getting up.
think that's why, like Quentin Tarantino, he said that he wants to end it when he wants to end it himself instead
Yeah,
of like, keep proving himself for whatever
yeah.
reason.
He doesn't want to go into mundane territory because
Yeah,
kind of what happened with Clint. But this last movie, I believe he's in it too. Yeah, he's going to be in it as well. So he's probably going to
good lord.
retire from acting as well. Maybe he won't retire from acting. Maybe he'll just retire from directing. But they said the last movie he's directing. It's called Juror Number Two, and it's reuniting Nicholas Holt and Tony Collette. Who? What movie did they do together? Was it about a boy? I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they're reuniting in this movie. And it also has the actress Zoe Douche. I don't know.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to say
The
douche, but douche.
I think it's Dutch.
I'm just gonna keep saying douche. Um, so yeah, this movie is apparently. It sounds like it's gonna be a drama. Because I don't think Clint Eastwood was going out on a comedy. Uh, um, Let's see.
That'd be awesome if he did.
Yeah. Just
Super
pulls the Jack
madcap, just
Nicholson.
slipping on banana peels and shit. He's like,
Full
you know,
blown
I'm gonna go
slapstick.
big.
Yeah, that'd be great. So this movie takes place during a murder trial where one of the jurors slowly realizes he killed the victim in a reckless driving accident and tries to save the defendant without incriminating himself.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's intense.
So
That's
juror
an
number
intense
two.
last movie.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder who he's gonna play. I wonder how this is gonna work.
Did you ever see Million Dollar Baby?
No, I only
See,
saw the
that's that.
scary movie version of it where she falls.
Same though. I've never seen Million Dollar Baby.
That was like the first, maybe not the first one, but that was like one of the big ones that he was nominated for, right?
Well, no, no, no. He was nominated for a bunch of shit, but I mean, like I remember seeing Mystic River with my dad,
I've been
and it's
told to
one of
watch that.
those. Yeah, Mystic River is a intense one, especially the scene where Sean Penn he like knows that his daughter was killed, and like all those cops have to grab on him. It was like at least like I don't even know how many. It was like 20 or 30 of them, and Sean
Yeah.
Penn was just acting like a motherfucker. And like that's like peak Clint Eastwood directing right there.
Yeah.
Like, but also he sleepwalks through a lot of shit. I don't know. Clint Eastwood, I'm like so like hit or miss with.
I'm excited for Nicholas Holt to be doing more projects like this. I found out Nicholas Holt almost got a role in the Mission Impossible movies, the Batman, and there was one other big one that he missed out on because he's in the show The Great on Hulu, and he missed all these movies. I can't remember what this third one is, but he missed out on a lot of opportunities. So I'm also, I saw what's it called, Renfield,
Oh,
where
did you see it?
I saw it, I liked it. I think I texted you about it, but I really want Nicholas Holt to play Superman now. Honestly, I think he could be a
Oh,
really good
interesting.
Superman. Yeah, I think
Was
he
he
could do
really
it.
good in the action sequences or
You
something?
know, the action's fun, but there's just something about him that I think he could do it. Like he's just like a charming guy. You wouldn't really suspect him. Like I think he could just be a really good Superman, especially for James Gunn. I hope that's something like that happens because
Interesting.
I don't know. There's something about that role that just screamed Superman. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting. I remember there was one episode that you and I were talking about Nicholas Holt,
Hmm.
and I was saying, "Oh man, he needs better roles." And
Yeah,
then I was because I think it was when we were talking about Renfield, and then
yeah,
I saw the menu, and the menu I was like whatever about, but his
right.
performance in that was amazing.
Yeah, he does a lot in that with the yeah, he does a lot as in that. Just,
Yeah.
yeah, like that's the best way to explain it. I didn't want to say in the little that he does because he doesn't do that much, but I
He
don't want
doesn't
to
do
talk
that
down his
much, but
role
it's
that
just
much.
that like that kind of character or that entire person that he was trying to be, where he wants to act like he's better than everybody.
Yeah.
And that one scene where he gets just broken down
Hmm.
and just like he has like this one tear that just drops down. I was like,
Yeah,
God damn, bro.
it's
Okay,
good.
all right,
Yeah.
yeah, no, he can do it.
So yeah, Juror number two. It's coming from Warner Brothers. It's his last movie. It's gonna be weird. I guess I never really thought about it. Him like just retiring. I thought every movie he did was his last one, honestly.
Well, I think that's what everybody thought too.
He
Even the studios, they were like, so are you sure you want to do one more?
keeps
Because what was the
walking
last
back
movie that
in.
he did? The
Cry Macho, yeah.
Cry Mancho. I never saw it, but I heard that
Me
it was
neither.
basically just Gran Torino, but worse. I
I
like
think
Gran Torino,
well, I
but
mean, I think the Mule was supposed to be like Gran Torino, and Cry Macho is kind of like a hybrid of that and something else because it was weird.
yeah. The Mule I only know about from my buddy and then watching Pete Davidson and John Mulaney explain it. And it just sounds yeah.
So there's
If Clint Eastwood wants to keep directing, sure, keep directing, but him starring in these movies and like having himself be like an
characters. Yeah.
old badass, but he's like obviously so fucking tired.
Did you watch his early career? Have you seen his classics like the Good, Bad, and the
Oh
Ugly
yeah.
series and Dirty Harry and stuff?
Oh, Dirty Harry. Yeah, my dad.
I've only seen the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Like I haven't seen Unforgiven. I haven't seen like all of those old westerns that he's in. I feel like I still
Yeah.
have to discover that career of his.
Dirty Harry is definitely like that entire series is a good one.
Hmm. I
Like
didn't.
as they progressively keep going, that's the funny thing about Clint Eastwood's career too. Like the last movie was the Deadpool,
Oh
and
yeah.
actually has Jim Carrey in it too,
Ooh.
in one of his early careers or
Yeah.
early roles. But even that movie, it's like in that that one, it's like he looks so tired. Like just
Really?
like it
Yeah.
looks like, oh yeah,
He's looked
just
tired
retire.
since the
And that
'90s.
was the fucking 90s. Yeah. That was the 90s, bro. Just
Yeah.
imagine how like if we
Now he's
watch a
90. Wow.
watch a Clint Eastwood movie now, him starring in it.
Yeah, it's he does yeah. I That's a good way to describe him as he looks tired. He has looked tired for a long time.
Yeah.
I think that's why it works so well in Gran Torino because he played a tired man. He wasn't anything
Mhm.
else but a tired man. Um
Well, that movie works so well too because of yeah, no, that was just a solid movie. Like you can tell that he actually cared about it.
mhm.
Other movies like Jersey Boys, like I remember when I watched Jersey Boys with my buddy, and we were like, "Why is Clint Eastwood directing this?"
That's an interesting choice. I don't know. That's so weird.
Yeah,
I forgot that he did that. Um Never saw it, but I just think it's weird that he would have directed a musical.
yeah.
Um
I mean, it's not really like a musical. I just wish there
it's like
was
a
something like
biopic about them, kind of.
yeah. I mean, like that's what Jersey Boys was. It's about Frankie Valli and
Right.
the boys. Can't remember
The
exactly
boys.
what it was.
Um, so yeah, we said well he's retiring now, but we're gonna be talking about another Nicolas Cage movie. But this one was I didn't really see this one coming at all because this is another legacy sequel from a movie from 2005. This is the sequel to Lord of War, an old movie
What?
that yeah, Lord of War. I've seen bits and pieces of this movie. I remember Jared Leto was in it. Ethan Hawke is in it and
Yeah, it's a
Nicolas
great.
Cage. You saw it?
Oh yeah, it's a great movie, but doesn't need a sequel.
Yeah, it's getting a sequel. And if you don't know what Lord of War is, the first one, what's it? Nicolas Cage plays an arms dealer, right?
Yeah,
And he gets chased by Ethan Hawke, who's trying to arrest him.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're making a sequel to that, and they already have like a synopsis. The director and writer, the same writer and director, is coming back. Um, and it's about a father and son story, and it's Nicolas Cage and what's his name, Bill Skarsgård, who played Pennywise in It. He's also the new bad guy in John Wick 4. He's going to play Nicolas Cage's son, who is also going to be a gun runner who is trying to top his dad, it says. And that his name is Anton, Skarsgård's character, is amassing a mercenary army to fight America's Middle East conflicts. And this triggers an intergenerational bitter rivalry, one that pits father and son against each other. So it's Nicolas
Oh
Cage
Lord.
versus his son, and they're both going to be arms dealers competing with each other, I guess.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and the writer and director said this about it. He said, "There's so much more to explore with these characters." He said that
Not really.
he said Plato said it best, "Only the dead have seen the end of war." I'm looking forward to spending more time with the company of the charming devil that is Yuri Orlov, who is Nicolas Cage's character, and his illegitimate son, who turns out to be not who turns out to not be legitimate in any way. What does that mean?
You know what? Like the more and more we're talking about, I haven't seen that movie in so long. I just
Right.
remember like Nicolas Cage talking to the camera a lot.
Yeah, he would break the fourth
So
wall.
so now I want to really rewatch Lord of War, which now it's on Amazon Prime. So I guess I
Yeah,
probably should watch
I'm
it.
gonna have to rewatch it too because they're coming out with a legacy sequel. There's someone felt called to do this. The director
But the
did.
director of it, I mean, like, who the hell asked for this? The director of it, is it the same director?
Yeah, same director and writer.
So
It's
he
just
wrote he
announced.
wrote the Truman Show, which is cool. But the last movie that he did was Anon with Clive Owen and Amanda Seyfried. Seyfried.
Oh wow. No, and I've never heard of that. Maybe I have. I don't know.
Came out in 2018.
Hmm.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so that's
I
random.
don't know how I feel about
Out
that.
of all the movies that Nicolas Cage has done in the last 20 years, which one do you think deserves more of a legacy sequel than this one?
Face Off. They keep talking about
Yeah,
it,
they
and
have been
I'm very
talking
interested
about it. Yeah.
because that movie is so ridiculous that if they want to like have like a crazy premise to bring all of them back,
Yeah.
I can believe it. Like it's
Yeah.
like I can see that
Who did
happening.
that one? Was that
That was oh my god, James Wan, I believe, right? Not James
or no,
Wan.
no, no, that's John Woo,
John Woo, yes.
right? 97, John Woo. Let's see. Let me confirm. Yep, John Woo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. I still haven't seen it. There's a lot of
Face
stuff I have
Off
to
is a
see.
crazy ass movie, and that's the only one that I can see. You know what? Never mind. I take that back. I think out of all of Nicolas Cage's work, I feel like we need a sequel to Leaving Las Vegas. I'm just kidding. No,
Hmm. Never
no,
saw. I
no.
haven't seen a lot of those movies. I haven't seen a lot of early Cage, like mid
But see,
'90s Cage.
if they did a sequel, Leaving Las Vegas, I would love it to be called Leaving Las Vegas again.
I've
If you
never seen it,
watch,
so
you have to see Leaving Las Vegas because that's depressing. Do you remember, Elijah? Like one of the first things that we talked about when we were talking about a podcast was I was saying I wanted to do a Nicolas Cage podcast,
yeah, yeah. Put
just breaking down his entire career.
yeah, put Bunny back in the
Put
box.
the
You want
bunny
to?
back in the box.
That would be the name of it.
And
That
my
would
buddy
be.
Patrick was like, "That's a terrible title."
It's not a. I think it's a pretty good title, actually.
I think it's amazing. Still, oh, I still want to do that
You
one
could
day.
still, yeah, you could still do that. You could have it be a little segment on this. Just do it every month.
Could be a thing. Don't
Mm.
tempt me.
So this next project was really interesting. It's a TV show, but like we said, it's in the Winnie the Pooh universe because it's now a free domain or whatever because it reached a certain point of with its rights. So people are starting to tell these stories that are not Disney. Was it Disney or maybe it was Warner Brothers? I don't even remember what
Oh
studio was
no,
doing it.
yeah, no, it's Disney.
It was
Winnie the
Disney.
Pooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But this is going to be an R-rated live-action animation hybrid series, but it's not like a joke like Blood and Honey was, the horror movie, slasher movie. This is going to be a real hybrid series that follows Christopher Robin, who is in uh, who is disillusioned. A disillusioned New Yorker navigating his quarter life crisis with the help of the weird talking animals who live beyond a drug induced portal outside his derelict apartment complex, the 100 acres they call it.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's like a middle-aged or quarter life crisis. So he's like what, 30 something?
Yeah.
He'll be 30 something and have drug problems and go into the
When a
100
quarter
acre lot.
life is 25, midlife is 30, I believe,
What?
or
Midlife is
35.
like 50, I think.
Uh,
Or
I don't know.
40, late 40s. If
I know
midlife is
quarter life is 25.
okay, so maybe he's like in his late 20s, probably. He is a New Yorker who goes into drug-induced states and meets and starts talking to all of the animals to help him out. And it's going to be an R-rated live-action hybrid TV show.
Interesting.
And it's going to be directed by Conrad Vernon, who did the Sausage Party. He directed Madagascar 3. He did Monsters vs. Aliens, Shrek 2, and he recently did the Addams Family 1 and 2 animated movies. So they're going with an animated director, so there's probably going to be really bizarre looking, I feel like, but it's
Yeah.
a TV show. And it's also produced by this guy named Shamir Anderson, he's a breakout character in John Wick 4, the newest one. He plays a new character in that's pretty good. But
Interesting.
I I don't know why they wanted to tell an adult version of Christopher Robin. I mean, I guess everyone who grew up with Winnie the Pooh is a lot older now and it's kind of in their domain, but like
It would have been better if like they just did their own thing
mhm.
instead of it being like Winnie the Pooh, and they still called it like 100 acres, like
Just
the
have it be the
apartment
same song.
complex.
Yeah, just make all new characters instead. I
Yeah,
mean,
because I mean that's I don't know, that's weird because they already
yeah,
did that with Christopher Robin. If you just watch Christopher Robin, it was the same
kind
thing. It
of. Yeah, the
wasn't
one with
drug
Ewan
induced,
McGregor.
but yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't drug induced, but it was definitely a midlife crisis. This guy like leaving his not leaving his family, but taking it's like
Yeah.
Hook, but
Yeah.
but making
I
an
d-
R-rated take on that. I don't know how I
and it's
feel
going to
about
be a
that.
TV show, so they're going to prolong it.
Oh, good lord. You know
Everything
how I
needs to
feel
be a
about
TV
that.
show. Yeah. Yeah, it's called Christopher Robin, the show is called.
They can't do that to us. We
It's
cannot forget about the Christopher Robin that came out a few years ago.
they're already
It
getting
was a
rid of it.
cute movie. They did what they needed.
It was. I actually liked that one. That one was really cute.
I liked it a lot.
I liked Brad Garrett as Eeyore.
Yeah, I like Hugh McGregor as Christopher Robin. Let's leave that alone. Make your own thing. Come on, because it does sound like an interesting idea.
Yeah, yeah. I
Especially
wonder
if it's like if they did like it's like 100 acres, the apartment complex. Like that's like a nice reference right there. But don't
yeah.
make it into an actual thing.
I'm just wondering what this is
That
gonna
seems
look like.
unnecessary.
It's gonna look really weird, I feel like. I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine what type like they could do a lot of things with it. That's the thing. But
But even with Christopher Robin, like them making like Pooh, especially Winnie the Pooh, them making him like live action, he already looked creepy enough. But the fact that they got Jim Cummings to come back and like make it sweet, like and like look at him, it's like okay. To
yeah.
make all those characters like look real,
Hmm.
it worked for that for that. But I mean, like if it's gonna go an R-rated route, I don't want to see what they're gonna do for
I don't
him.
want to see Christopher Robin going through shit.
Yeah, dude,
He's
just
such a
fucking
nice boy.
make your own goddamn thing. Make your own thing.
So yeah,
It's
that's
like when
coming
we were
out.
watching the Chippendale movie, and then they what they did to Peter Pan, like old school
Yeah,
Peter
it's like,
Pan.
oh man, you
Yeah.
just don't want to look at this. Like this is the last thing that's my Peter Pan now. So
And like the fucking old Sonic.
yeah, yeah, that's good. That's way good. If you guys still haven't seen that, you guys are really missing out.
I keep telling people about it,
It's
and
been
they
like a
they look
year now, so
they look at me like I'm crazy, and I keep telling people that that Chippendales movie is fucking amazing.
yeah. So they're ruining Winnie the Pooh with this show. That's the
Anyways,
consensus.
yeah, in conclusion,
How do you feel about the current digital short guys? Please don't destroy for
love
SNL
them,
the last few years. You like them?
love them.
I
Oh
think they're
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. The Please Don't Destroy guys are
Yeah,
amazing.
it's a trio that go by Ben Marshall, John Higgins, and Martin Harley, and they go by Please Don't Destroy. But they're officially making a movie that they've been working on this movie for a little bit now, and I think it's coming out later this year. It was slated to be a theater release, but I guess NBC backed out, and now it's going to be a Peacock release. And I think that could be okay. I mean, I love the theater experience, but for comedies of this caliber, like you never know with SNL comedies, they could be like I want to have like a good comparison between two SNL movies, one that's really successful and one that's not, but I can't
I
think
will
of
give
one.
you one, Elijah, because this is one of the main reasons why I called you to do to do a
Oh,
podcast tonight. Because I
okay.
literally read an article about that right after I got off of work.
The Please Don't Destroy movie going to the
Yep,
streaming? Okay.
yeah, and because you and I had talked about Pop Star, the Lonely
Oh
Island
yeah.
movies, and
Yeah.
Pop Star, I feel like that was at a time where it was like that was a Netflix movie. I feel like a lot more people would know about it,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and I
yeah.
feel like they marketed it a lot more than it
Mhm.
would have been a better theatrical release.
Yeah.
But I just literally just read this article, so the fact that you
Yeah.
just talked about this right now is
Yeah.
hilarious because that's one of the things I want to talk to you about because I can kind of see what the studio's doing
Mhm.
with wanting it to go straight to Peacock, but also like it's kind of upsetting a little bit.
Yeah. It's almost like, do they not have faith in it, or is something like
Probably not,
what
but I
is
mean,
the
like,
reason for it?
but
So
we have to think
there's a lot
about
of
it where it's like
questions.
there's a lot of questions, but we have to think about it where it's like so many people only watch SNL nowadays. And
Yeah.
so many people know about like especially those guys, they just started like a year or two ago
Right.
on being on SNL. And they
Hmm.
kind of replaced the SNL digital shorts. And honestly, if you watch the Please Don't Destroy videos, even their YouTube videos,
Yeah.
those guys are fucking hilarious. And
Yeah.
what they do on SNL with like there's one with when Zoe Kravitz, I think, was hosting when she was doing the Batman, and they wanted to give her a cat, but the cat keeps on disappearing,
Oh yeah.
and they're trying to find the cat, and it just keeps like going in different directions. And the next thing you know, Paul Dano, who played the Riddler, is just appearing in the couch under
Yeah.
the couch.
He's like, hey.
It's absolutely ridiculous, and I can see why from like their style of humor.
Hmm.
I could totally see why the studio would be like, we should not release this theatrically because of course it's not going to make any money because most people probably don't even know them.
Right.
And yeah, I can see why, but I'm still excited about it.
I'm excited for this
If
movie.
it's gonna be released on Peacock, like yeah, no, I'll fucking take it, dude.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
watch
take
it.
it.
I mean, we were just talking about Chip and Dale. Like, we probably wouldn't have seen it in theaters ultimately, honestly. But the fact that it was on Disney Plus and we got to watch it just like at just pop it on, that was one of the best
Yeah.
experiences. We're like, wow, this was a nice discovery. Be like
We'll
having a
see.
whole
Like I think differently with that. Like I think something like Chippendales, like that, like the movie that The Lonely Island did with that, especially
yeah,
what like how they were marketing that movie. I feel like even how they were marketing, I feel like Disney regretted that because I feel like that would have been a successful movie,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
If they like actually like went full blown with it, because I mean like Andrew, Jesus Christ, Andy Samberg and
Dude, I can't believe you called him Andrew. What
I
an
know
idiot.
I was about to say Andrew Skarsgård. I don't know why. Andy Samberg and John Mulaney, they
Yeah,
hosted Jimmy Kimmel, and like
right.
if they really went full blown with it,
They seemed
and I feel
upset
like
every time they were saying it's on Disney Plus too. They seemed
yeah,
like they were like,
because
yeah,
I
I
feel
guess.
like the more word of mouth of that movie, it could have made more money. And I feel
Right.
like if they really like, but I don't know, like movies like that, like with like how like that particular brand of humor with it just being so self-aware, but also
Yeah.
like it's like poking fun, but it's like super faithful.
Hmm.
I'm now talking about the Chippendale movie. I don't know what the hell the Please Don't Destroy movie is going to be. I
I
know
can tell you.
it's yeah, it's going to be like a treasure hunt, right?
Yeah, it's produced by Judd Apatow and directed by a guy who was a part of SNL named Paul Briganti, who I'm not too familiar with his projects, but sure. But it follows three childhood friends who are the Please Don't Destroy guys who are unhappy with the trajectory of their lives and decide to embark on an adventure to locate lost treasure buried in a nearby mountain. However, they soon learn that finding the treasure is actually the easiest part of their adventure. So it sounds like it's going to be like a one night of, I don't, is debauchery the right word? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like one night. I
craziness.
love movies that do that where it's just everything takes place in one night, and then
Yeah,
those are pretty fun. And I think this could be a good one too. But
but
this
even
also
with
has
that, it's
Conan
like
O'Brien in it, isn't it too? He's like one of the only cast members on it.
yeah, no, there's like a huge
It's pretty cool.
list of cameos,
Yeah.
just like the Pete Davidson show. But I mean, like, yeah, no, I see why they're gonna premiere it on Peacock.
Hmm. Could
Because
be
I mean,
really
like, they're
good
not
though.
they're not they're not like they're not big people, you know. It's like if they really did release it, I mean, like, I would love it if they actually just did. If they like just were like, let's put our faith in this.
Yeah.
But I can see why they're not going to.
Yeah.
Because the
I
three
feel like their
guys, they're not.
track
I
record
don't
with
even know their
SNL
names,
movie.
and I
Yeah,
love I
I
love
just found
them.
out their names too. I just
Yeah,
know them as Please Don't Destroy. So
yeah, exactly. I don't even know their names, and I want like the main reason why I can consistently watch SNL is well, at least modern day SNL. Oh, never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. I watch it no matter what.
yeah,
But like I love what they do, and like I
it took
really
us a
appreciate
while to figure out the
them.
names of the Lonely Island guys too. They were doing it for like
Yeah,
6 years, and then we were
yeah,
like, and then they started to create their own stuff outside of SNL, sort of thing.
yeah.
So, like
Well,
you
just
said, they
imagine, just
just got on SNL too, like just recently too, like
yeah,
a
but
year and a
just
year or
imagine
two.
too, like where it's like people that are like our age seeing like Lonely Island. It's like the probably the same thing where it's like,
Yeah,
oh, they're gonna do Hot Rod. Oh, they're
yeah,
gonna do like this movie right now. Like I can't remember their fucking names, but I love their shit. Like they're and then next thing you know, you see Hot Rod. It's fucking hilarious. But it
yeah,
bombed though. Each movie that the Lonely Island did theatrically completely bombed. They made
yeah,
no money at all.
yeah.
Like it was the
And
Hot
they
Rod,
kept getting
MacGruber.
bigger and bigger too.
Yeah. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how big they were getting because the studio never relied on them. And
Yeah,
so I can see why if they like I can see like if they like had a streaming service back in the day,
Hmm.
like they would release they would do the same exact thing that they're doing right now. And even back when Popstar came out, I feel like that would have been much bigger if they did streaming then.
Yeah, Popstar went through something that was like, damn, okay, I guess people didn't like it or just people didn't see it. I don't even
I
know
was the
still.
only person in my theater when I went to go see it.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah,
legit, I was the only person in there. My girlfriend did not want to come with me at the time.
yeah.
My buddies did not want to come with me. Everybody thought that was going to be a stupid ass movie. Because the marketing, I think that was pretty stupid too. But I mean, like, I thought it was funny. I don't know.
There's some good lines in that.
Oh, amazing! It's honestly like pop star, never stop, never stopping. If you have not seen it yet, it's absolutely amazing. But also like movies like that, and there's also Walk Hard. Never mind, I can keep going with these under.
Is that
Walk
that's not an
Hard is
SNL
also,
movie, is it?
it's not, but I mean, like, it's
Okay.
produced by Judd Apatow. It's like the
Oh
same.
yeah, Judd Apatow. He's also
Yeah,
producing this one. Please don't destroy.
yeah.
So that comes out November 17th, I think it says, of this year on Peacock.
I can't wait. And also, I just love how mysterious they're being. Like even with the title,
Yeah, it's still just untitled.
it's
Please don't
we have
destroy
no idea what
project.
this movie's going to be, and I can totally see why Universal is like not going to want to like release it theatrically because it's probably not going to make any money, honestly.
Yeah, well, if it's not going to make any money with streaming now, and I feel like I don't know, maybe the writer's strike has a lot to, maybe that has something to do with it too, where they're like still working on it or something, and they can't afford that sort of release anymore because they are SNL writers who
Yeah.
are not working right now when
Yeah,
they're
what the
supposed
hell
to.
is going on with that writer's strike? I haven't really looked into it. Is it just the fact that they're not making enough money right now, or is it
Yeah, they don't like being like one and done hiring of
yeah.
each script. They want to have a union that is secured with a sense of what's it called, compensation, even when they don't have like a current job to work on.
Yeah.
So it's sort of one of those things, and the studios are just not down for it. So they're
Because I know
just,
the last writer's strike that happened was when Netflix was really getting big,
mhm.
and the writers of certain shows, I know it was like certain writers from House of Cards, they were like,
Well,
well, we used to get residuals.
the last big. This is still kind of what it's about. It's still about streaming and stuff. Because the last big writer's strike was in like 2002 or something, 2003. So it's been a long time
Well,
since then.
wasn't there one
There
during
was
the like when House of Cards came out? Like I thought there was one like with
I don't think it was as severe as the one that's happening right now because it's still kind of about streaming and how they don't get compensation for streaming and
yeah
all that kind of stuff either. The writers don't for shows and movies. And they're trying to get more like to update everything because everything has changed in the last 20 years. So
well yeah, and they deserve a lot more money because the like fuck the faces that are on it. Like they're the ones that are making them look funny.
yeah, and everyone's just like saying like all the writers are like you don't realize that writing doesn't stop once they start shooting a movie and once they buy a
Well, they're the
script.
ones that
Like a lot of
lose
people like
fucking
write.
sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. They're the ones who
Especially
have to
people on
come up with like
SNL.
they have to come up with like 5 pages the night before, like
Yeah.
rewrites and like write on set and
Yeah.
just to make everything better. Like you can't just like have an actor be like, I'm gonna do this. You have to go to the writers and be like,
Yeah.
can we do this? And then you have to collaborate in that whole way. It's a whole process that they're
Yeah.
supposed to be following. And
Well, especially with SNL. If you watch, there's this one documentary, I think that James Franco did. Yeah. But James Franco directed this documentary just called Saturday Night, and it's following John Malkovich, like a week
I
of
think I
John
heard about it. I don't
Malkovich.
think I ever saw it.
It's really good, but also it's depressing because you see like there's this one scene where like the camera just goes into Seth Meyers' office,
Hmm.
and Seth Meyers just sitting there, and he's just like explaining, he's like, I haven't slept in like 3 fucking days
Yeah, it
because I
doesn't. It
gotta
almost
keep,
doesn't seem like oh, they're just horror stories about SNL.
yeah,
Like it's almost not even fun, but like it's an adrenaline rush. But it's like
yeah,
it's so much work every week.
yeah,
It's pretty wild. That's why I'm excited for that SNL movie that we talked about in the last
yeah.
episode. Hopefully, it gets all figured out by the time we get
I would
into the
still love that job though.
WGA.
Hey, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It still would be a good job. I would not take that for granted. You hear that? We could write stuff. Okay, let's get to the next story.
sorry.
No, that was good. That was good. It's a podcast. This next project is called The Invite. It is not an original movie, but it is a remake of a Spanish film, which a lot of other countries have already remade this project as well. but it has Amy Adams, Paul Rudd, and Tessa Thompson. And it's directed by the duo who did Little Miss Sunshine, Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Faris.
Oh.
This movie right now is called The Invite, but the movie it's based on is called Sentimental. The story tells the story of Joe and Angela, who after 15 years of marriage find that their relationship is in a rut. Aww.
Aw.
Desperate to have a conversation that isn't focused on their marital woes, Angela invites their boisterous neighbor Kayla and Shane over for cocktails. Ooh. Joe, irritated at having to engage with this disruptive couple, plans to use the occasion to confront them. However, both he and Angela get far more than they are bargained for as sparks fly, and they discover Shane and Kayla are hosting weekly orgies and have an invite of their own to offer.
That
Isn't
literally
there a movie
sounds
that
like,
with
yeah, no, that sounds like The Overnight with
yeah,
Jason Schwartzman and Adam Scott.
that's what I was thinking
That's
too.
literally the same exact.
What year was that? That was like 2000 what? 11 or something?
No, that was like 2017 or something.
Oh, really? I
That's
remember,
literally the
yeah, it
same
wasn't
thing.
that long ago.
Yeah, no, that's like legit. And Taylor Schilling, or the girl that starred in Orange is the New Black,
Yeah.
starring it too.
It was like a little indie movie that takes place in like a cabin or something, a cabin weekend. Yeah, it
Uh,
does sound like that. And that's by Patrick Bryce. That's from 2015. Patrick Bryce,
who
I
also
really
Patrick
like.
Bryce did, yeah, the Creep
The
movies.
two Creep movies with Mark Duplass. Yeah, I like that guy. I never saw it.
Yeah.
I heard about it a lot. I remember you talking about it before, but that's
Oh
what I
yeah.
thought of when I saw this announcement too. It's just an updated version of that, or I guess a remake of that Spanish film Sentimental. But yeah,
Yeah,
Amy Adams,
maybe.
Paul
Yeah,
Rudd, and Tessa
it's
Thompson.
that could be interesting because I mean, like the Overnight. I mean, like I guess we're gonna like go like technical with it. It was like them
Just
like
swinging.
they well no they like the Adam Scott and Taylor Schilling were they just moved to the neighborhood, and so
Mhm.
they see their kid playing with their other kid, and they're thinking like, oh, the kids can play with each other. And then Jason Schwartzman, I can't remember his wife's, they like the
Mhm.
actress that played his wife. And they're like, oh, the kid's sleeping now, and then they like make it like a weird like swinger thing, which
Mhm.
is kind of creepier.
Yeah,
But
this one's like it sounds like a more intense sequel though, because it's about orgies.
interesting. Who's directing it?
It's directed by the duo behind
Oh yeah, that's right.
Little
The
Miss
the Little
Sunshine.
Miss Sunshine people.
Yeah, Jonathan Dayton and
Huh.
Valerie Faris.
Okay.
It's also written by Rashida Jones, and I,
Oh.
they credit her as the writer for Celeste and Jesse Forever in this one. So yeah,
Hey, fuck it. I'm still down.
that's
Even though it
interesting.
sounds like a ripoff, I'm still down.
And also an Academy Award winner, Will McCormick. Let's see what this guy wrote. I'm not sure what
Well,
this
Will
guy wrote.
McCormick is her writing
Writing
partner.
partner. Okay, so
Yeah.
he also wrote Celeste and Jesse. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they're writing this one together. They probably saw the movie and were just like, let's do it. Let's do that story.
Well, I mean, like it does sound like kind of different. It's like one of those like stories where it's like the same, but it's like it's different. I'm
That's
still down.
Hollywood. That's Hollywood.
Right, right. What's that one person say? There's only like three actual
Yeah.
movie ideas or whatever.
There's only like five like
Five,
there's
yeah.
like five plots
Yeah.
in the history of the world. Every story that's told is like one of the five plots. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's like five, I think. Five or ten, I forget. I
Yeah.
think it's five.
And this one falls in the category of being one of the many five, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
It's such a specific plot though that's like, okay, like we got two of them now. It's a nice little franchise.
Yeah, and it's weird because this movie apparently was so popular and is called Sentimental. It's a Spanish film, and like Norway remade it, and like another country remade it already too. So I wonder what the different spin on it would be because it was a foreign film that took off worldwide.
When does Sentimental come out? Because
Mm.
that could change the game. Maybe the overnight change. Maybe they're the ones that stole some shit.
Sentimental. I feel like it's not going to come up if I put in sentimental movie.
Yeah, no, that's gonna make things
All
weird.
right, I'm putting in orgy,
No, no, don't you dare do it.
sentimental orgy movie.
Oh my god.
I'm put on a watch list now. Oh, it's
Spanish.
also called The People Upstairs, and the original title is Sentimental.
Okay.
And it says this just says two couples explore the complexities of modern day relationships. So
When did it come out though?
2020.
Oh,
It's still pretty new.
guys, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's weird.
They probably didn't know, but watch The Overnight. The Overnight's pretty awkward though.
Yeah, it looks pretty dark actually. Like it seems like a darker one.
It's
Um
pretty good. I honestly, I haven't seen it in a little bit, but yeah, no, Patrick Bryce is definitely a director
yeah,
to love.
I like him too. So we have one more project
I
to talk
love.
about. I don't know how to transition sometimes.
I
Sometimes my
know.
transitions are on point, and other times I'm just like, next, next.
There are some times where I'm just like, oh man, I feel like Elijah needs to go to wants to go to bed, or he's annoyed with me.
No,
You're
never.
just like, okay.
No, it's not. It's never you. It's yeah. It's the stories. I just don't know how to transition sometimes. A lot of these movies are. I was going to say original, but they're not. We talked about Christopher Robin, a Lord of War sequel. Clint Eastwood's movie's kind of new or original. Um,
Yeah.
the Invite is not. That movie is called The Invite, the orgy one. But this next one sounds like it could be interesting, or it could be mediocre. I don't know. It's got a pretty good cast. It's got Bryan Cranston, Allison Janney, and an up and coming actor named Jack Champion, who is in the new Avatar movies, and he's also in Scream. And he's just blowing up out of nowhere. He's like got big roles coming. But this movie is called Everything's Going to Be Great, um,
Mm.
and it
Is
stars
it the
those.
sequel to Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Everything's going to be great. That sounds, yeah, it's a long title. This movie is about a family who moves from one state to the next as they cope with loss and struggle with identity, all while performing in regional theater. So they all play act like a
Mm.
family of actors in theater, and they're probably going to just have a lot of family drama and try to hide it by because they have an image to uphold. It sounds like,
I love
but
that.
I think that's a pretty good. That's a good cast for that. I'd love to see Allison Janney versus Bryan Cranston in some sort of way, but it sounds like it could be really sad. I'm hoping that there's some comedy in it. It doesn't sound like it'd be very funny though.
It kind of sounds like the Merowitz stories.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller.
Oh yeah, but this movie also, I added this because it also added Chris Cooper to the role, to the cast, and Simon Rex. Simon Rex joined the cast as well.
Mm.
And I know you just said
Speaking of which,
I know you said that you didn't like his episode of Bupkis. I just saw that episode. I understand why that episode is kind of out there. It seems like it doesn't fit in with the universe because it's like people die in that episode, you know? It's
it's
like it
pretty
does
terrible. It's
it doesn't
honestly
seem
like,
good. It doesn't seem to fit.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that with that episode. We'll talk about that in a second because I'm very curious. Did you finish it? Or are you
No,
still?
I just watched his episode, so I'm on episode like 5.
But yeah, no, that sounds interesting. It kind of sounds like the reason why I brought up the Merowitz stories because I mean like even like the Merowitz stories, it sounds depressing. Just like a family of artists,
Yeah.
but there's like some humor to be put into it.
Yeah.
It's like I like those kind of stories though. Like that's what I'm mainly into
Yeah, I think having a
is
movie
is
like
is
this,
stories.
and I feel like they'd all be really emotional. Like it has to be an emotional movie. It's about actors coping.
Yeah,
Like
and
they,
and and
they're
with
emotional
with
people.
and with a family of actors too, or just family of creators or whatever, like like they're all just trying to one up each other.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of comedy and drama to be put in that. That's the best kind of comedy and drama right there.
Yeah, I think so too. It's also being written by the guy who wrote I, Tonya, Steven Rogers. So
Ooh,
there's that. That's a well-written movie.
yeah.
I don't know if there's a director right now. There's got to be a director if there's all this cast. Let me find
I
that
would love
out.
it as the director of I, Tonya because he's the one that did that Pam and Tommy miniseries, which
Yeah, I think
I
he's
did
doing.
like a lot.
I think he's doing something else right now. But this guy is called John S. Baird. He just did the Tetris movie. He did I think the pilot for, or no, he did the second episode to I'm Dying Up Here. He directed Filth, that McAvoy movie. John McAvoy?
Oh, that's what
What's his
it
name?
is. Yeah,
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. Oh my God. Yeah,
He
no, that
directed
movie's fucking
Filth.
crazy.
So yeah, he's directing this one.
Okay.
He's got some chops. He directed an episode of Vinyl, which was that Martin Scorsese show.
I only
He's
watched the first episode of that one. Never
Yeah,
got into the rest of it.
I never watched it really. I just watched
Mm,
the trailer a lot because I was like, this looks like Martin Scorsese, but I never got into it.
yeah.
But yeah, that guy is directing it.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that can be an interesting one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Could be really good. Oscar baity, maybe. Who knows?
Hmm. And that's
So
a
yeah,
movie. That's not a TV show.
yes, it's a movie. Got to make sure everything's a TV show now.
Yeah, we never know anymore.
Yeah, those are all the news we have. Which one are you most excited for then? Probably Please Don't Destroy.
The Please
Christopher
Don't
Nolan.
Destroy one, and also the even though it sounds like a rip off of the Overnight, but I mean like yeah, I like that one just because of the cast, like Paul Rudd and like who else did you say? Paul Rudd and
Tessa Thompson and
yeah,
who's the other girl? I already forgot. Oh my
because
goodness.
the last thing that they did too, the director duo was the Paul Rudd TV show Living by Yourself or Living with Yourself, wherever the hell.
Oh yeah, I wish they made a second season of that because that show was weird.
I do too.
Like
But
I know,
we understand why though, because he's now contractually obligated not to do a goddamn thing himself anymore.
yeah, it's yeah. Amy Adams is the other one.
Yeah, no, that I'm still interested in that. I think that one sounds interesting.
Yeah, I think so too. And I guess I haven't really followed the Little Miss Sunshine directors since Little Miss Sunshine. I may have seen a movie by them, but I'm excited to see them
Well,
back,
they also
knowing that they're coming
they
back.
directed Ruby Sparks too. You and I have talked about that one.
Oh yeah, that I did not know that that was them, but
Yeah,
that's a really good movie. Yeah,
yeah.
it seems like
You know them,
that's what I was
Elisha.
thinking of. Like I can't remember them by name, but I
Yeah.
know I
I don't
probably have
remember them
seen.
by name either, but yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, let's end this episode and then we'll
we did it though.
talk personal stuff.
Yay. Episode 65, we did it.
Woohoo!
That was our episode. Let us know what you guys are watching. Let us know what we should be watching. Follow us on social media. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe. Tell your friends about us. All that stuff. Leave a comment on YouTube. I don't know. Do a lot of cool stuff.
Do
Do
all the
things.
cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Maybe not next week, but the next episode. But we've been doing well. We've got 3 weeks in a row. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good for us.
There we go.
Yeah.
We
All
did
right.
it.
Bye, guys. See you guys next
Bye.
time.
Bye.
Where's the stop recording button? Okay, there it is.